Engine problems. Car engines can have all sorts of problems, whether fuel related or battery related. So you go out one morning and your engine will turn over, but it won't start. What could you be wrong? Now that you know how an engine works, you can understand the basic things that can keep an engine from running. Three fundamental things can happen: a bad fuel mix, lack of compression, or lack of spark. Beyond that, thousands of minor things can create problems, but these are the big three based on the simple engine we have been discussing. Here is a quick rundown on how these problems affect your engine. A bad fuel mix can occur in several ways. You are out of gas, so the engine is getting air but no fuel. The air intake might be clogged, so there is fuel but not enough air. The fuel system might be supplying too much or too little fuel to the mix, meaning and combustion does not occur properly. There might be an impurity in the fuel, like water in your gas tank, that prevents the fuel from burning. Lack of compression. If the charge of air and fuel cannot be compressed properly, the combustion process will not work like it should. Lack of compression might occur for these reasons: your piston rings are on, allows the air or fuel mix to leak past the piston during compression. The intake or exhaust valves are not sealing properly, again allowing a leak during compression. There is a hole in the cylinder. The most common hole in a cylinder occurs where the top of the cylinder holding the valves and a spark plug, and also known as the cylinder head, attached to the cylinder itself. Generally, the cylinder and the cylinder head bolt together with a thin gasket pressed between them to ensure a good seal. If the gasket breaks down, small holes develop between the cylinder and the cylinder head, and these holes cause leaks. Lack of spark. The spark might be non-existing or weak of several reasons. If your spark plug or the wire leading to it is worn out, the spark will be weak. If the wire is cut or missing, or if the system that sends a spark down the wire is not working properly, there will be no spark. If the work occurs either too early or too late in the cycle, if the ignition timing is off, the fuel will not ignite at the right time. Many other things can go wrong. For example, if the battery is dead, you cannot turn over the engine to start it. If the bearing that allow the crankshaft to turn freely are worn out, the crankshaft cannot turn, so the engine cannot run. If the valves do not open and close at the right time or at all, air cannot get in and exhaust cannot get out, so the engine cannot run. If you turn out of coil, the piston cannot move up and down freely in the cylinder and the engine will seize. In a properly running engine, all of these factors are working fine. Perfection is not required to make an engine run, but you will probably notice when things are less than perfect.